actually made it harder. I gotta push this back on a little bit, because by backing it out, it put the bolt all the way against the frame. In a way, I shouldn't be around a tree today.
It only took you like 6 hours to get here. It's fine.
Bro.
So you're taking the AC compressor out?
Mm-hmm. I don't know a better solution right now. Dude, that's money. Keep that right there. But see how I'm fighting this? And I'm up against the frame?
I can't really see that good.
This is the best I've been able to see the entire time. So, that's awesome. Perfect timing. Bro, how long is this bolt? I'm almost touching the frame.
Yeah, Dodge loves doing stuff like that.
Bro, I don't know if I'm able to get this thing out.
You want me to get in there? Get another set of eyes on it? At least you're here, so for tomorrow you can always take my truck.
Bro, I literally was down the road. I went through the intersection that you turn right at by like where we got the Chinese food one time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll go get a Rook. That'd be a nice thing to do. I was like, truck's driving good. I stopped twice, turned back on. I was like, belt isn't fraying. I literally looked at the fucking belt, Ryan. I looked at the fucking belt. It wasn't. Oh, my eyes are fucked. It wasn't fraying. So, super cool. I was like, everything in the truck works. And I don't need the AC. It's the fact that the pulley won't spin and makes a lot of other important things not work.
Yet another episode of me ripping apart the first gen. Today, going to get out the interior. Obviously, it is in the garage. It is tight in here. But made a little bit of room, get the door open, take out all the carpeting, take out the seat, take the dash out, take everything out so we can remove the cab next week. And after taking everything out of the interior, I'll start working on getting some of this wiring out of here. I just get everything disconnected from the cab to the rest of the truck and make it a little bit easier when it's over at my buddy's house to get this cab off. Squeeze in a little bit here. First thing I'm going to do is pull out this mat or carpet, whatever you want to call it, down here. Get to the seat bolts, pull the seat out of here, and then I'll be pulling the dash out. Pulling the seat out first should make it a little bit easier to get in here and really get the dash out and have a little bit more room to move around. And then take it from there. Some random wires. You guys have seen plenty of those on this truck. Get those out of the way. Bunch of bolts and screws. This entire interior is going to be getting redone, so that's why I'm not really too worried about ripping everything. Obviously, need a new seat. Could get away with just reupholstering it, putting new foam in there, but at the point of no return, I think, with this seat, so that'll be scrapped. The mat's going to be scrapped. Going to do all custom interior in here. Going to try and find a better stock dash. Not better, but just one in better shape. Going to look a little bit better and clean this whole thing up. So basically everything coming out of here is garbage, so don't mind the way that I take it out. Wrench that I lost after I first got this thing. Bunch of broken glass in here. Some change. Not sure how much you can see, pretty dark under here, but the seat is bolted in from underneath. There's studs that come through the floor. with just nuts on this side. So gonna go ahead and get those removed. Seat's completely unbolted. So pretty light, should be able to get it out of here by myself. Only issue I'm gonna have is which door I have more room to take it out of, because we are in a tight garage. So see what we got. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more room on this side. There is so much stuff falling out of here. Step one done. With the seat out of here, I can get up all of this matting that's in here, clean up all of this garbage. It is really gross in here. It kind of has that old truck smell, that's for sure. Once the matting's out, all this garbage is out of here, I'll start unhooking some of the wires that I previously hooked up for the dash, the gauges, the ignition, the lights, all of that. Get all that unhooked. Take out all of the wiring from the engine bay. That way it's not, running from the engine bay into the cab. So I'm going to get this to my buddy's house, just pull this thing right off. Got a big old contractor bag. Start bagging all this stuff up and get it in the garbage. Some sort of vent. I'll hang on to that for now. Looks like a shim for the door hinge. This door is not lined up, so I'll hang on to that. Receipts. Which I don't know if I ever mentioned, but this truck had all of the original paperwork, the window sticker, every receipt for anything ever bought for it as far as regular maintenance goes. The original owner kept everything. Bunch of brand new cut-off wheels in here. Bunch of grommets and things like that. That stuff I'll keep in case I need it. There's so much broken glass in here. Get the seat belts out, both up top and down below. Get a shop vac in here, clean all of this up. Did not realize how bad this floorboard was. I mean, not a big deal because I already ordered a new one anyway to weld in here. But man, I did not know it was that bad. You can see straight through. There's one. And two. With the seats and seat belts now out, I'm going to start removing the dash, gauges, everything else in here, as well as all of this wiring, because that's all going to get redone once I put this back together. There's a whole lot of self-tappers holding this thing on. Dash is basically off at this point. For some reason, I thought when I pulled the dash off like this, I'd be able to pop the gauges out pretty easy. Wasn't sure how they were put in. They do not pop out super easy, so what I'm going to do is leave them in the dash and just unhook all of the wiring down here. Get the dash out of here, and then I'll start on the front end getting those inner fenders out and all of these wires up here. Get those out of the way. We'll be down to, well, not down to the frame, but we'll be where the cab will be disconnected from anything outside of it, so we can pull this off and get to the frame. And if you've never taken off a dash in a first gen, My buddy laughed at me. He's built a few first gens and said, "Good luck taking the dash off." There's a bolt on either side. You see the one right here because I popped it back in. That is between the cab and the dash and goes into the dash. Getting any sort of tool in here was nearly impossible. So if you're ever doing this, I wish you luck. All of the electrical wires coming from the dash are now unhooked. Most of them were actually already unhooked because they were never plugged into anything. So everything taken off the ground block, taken off from power. Only thing left is to remove the coolant gauge, the oil pressure sensor, and the speed sensor, which those I'm just going to unhook from behind the gauges and then run those back towards the engine bay, tie those up, and rehook those up once everything's going back together. Got the dash out. Going to pull out any of these wires that go to the engine bay, well, through the firewall. Get all those out of the way. Another thing I noticed pulling this dash out, look at the amount of cigarette ashes in here. Doesn't smell like cigarettes in here, but that is 100% ashes. All inside of this dash. Driver's side front inner fenders off. I just got the passenger side all unbolted. Gonna take that off, and that's gonna be it for today. There it is. Both inner fenders are out. Gives a lot more room to get in here, redo the wiring when it comes to that point. But for now, a lot easier to get to the frame, get that all sanded down and repainted. I have some free time today, and I have pretty much all the parts in for the first gen, so it's almost time for paint. So I'm going to go ahead and start messing around with this side of the bed, because I don't know how well you can see it, but it is just body filler everywhere. So I'm going to take a sander to it, or actually a stripper wheel, start going at this thing and see what's hidden underneath. See how bad it is, see what needs to be fixed. I did order new fender arches for both sides, so if it is bad, cut these out and weld new ones in. Get this bed ready for paint. Got started on the back side here. Found a little pinhole here on the back, so I'll get that fixed. I did just go and grab a mask because this is absolutely dusty as anything, and probably not great to breathe in or get all over my eyes. So, gonna throw the mask on and get back to it. Making some pretty good progress. Underneath all this, there's no rust. I just don't understand why there's so much filler. So I'm going to go switch out stripper wheel, pop a new one on, and keep going. Still have this section of the bed to do to get the body filler out, but got this side basically done before paint. Obviously, I have to do some better sanding, but it is so dusty in here. Overall, nothing too surprising that I found. A few little pinholes that were filled. Once I have everything sanded down before I paint, I'll get that all taken care of. But another one right there. And then typical. Looks like down here is a little bit rotted out. But I have new fender arches. So not too concerned about that. Going to end up, now depending how bad it is after I uncover this whole thing, end up cutting that out and welding the new ones in. But again, we'll see. I didn't get any of this off yet, and it is thick. But gonna call it a day, come back to it on my next day off, and see what else I can uncover. I want to say this is for the brake switch. So hang on to this. Because it's got a little button. Mm-hmm. Which is what the brake pedal was hitting.
Ah.
There's also a wire cut on it. How's it going?
Not good. This is like in there. It doesn't just rip out, babe. It goes all the way in the front.
I see what you were saying.
Yeah, like it goes all the way.
It goes behind this.
Yeah, it's one piece.
Alright.
Oh, when I did that, it was one thing at a time.
Yeah, what? Didn't exactly know what you meant. So I'm just gonna do like a recap. Duct tape holdings, yep. That would be correct. Just toss that over here.
Did it. How far in does this go?
You should be good. You should be able to pull it.
Oh.
I feel like. Yeah, that's flat. This is all fucking. This held the dash in, and whoever took the dash out just fucking yanked it.
I'm gonna take those out.
I think that's close. Hard to tell it's close. I'm saying it's close.
It looks like plastic.
And the fact that it's red makes me think it was the dash.
a window and a fucking wall.
That was a little dyslexic of you.
Oh, I need a better wall than a window. I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, I'm just helping.
You're gonna throw it on me. It's dirty. What? Oh, no! There's a battery stuck to this. A AAA battery. And a spoon. Ew, there's a dental floss stick.
I don't know if I'm filming it or not.
Yeah, there's a dental floss stick, come this way, a plastic spoon, a AAA battery, a ton of plastic shit. This doesn't feel safe either. Ew, there's a cigarette.
Is there?
Yeah.
I've been finding a lot of ashes. I have not seen a cigarette.
There's a whole cigarette. Like, you want one? It's untouched.
I wonder what year it's from. I would cut right in that thin area.
It's like literally.
Disintegrated.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that off.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But then what about all this?
Then you just rip that out,
Can I have gloves?
I guess.
They're on the thing.
Where are they?
On the thing. On the. You should make this a Starlight headliner.
I want to.
That'd be so pretty. We can eat ice cream under the stars? No. Where are you going? The gloves are to your right. Ew, I just spit and I can almost guarantee that that was caught in 4K. No, backwards. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is so gross.
No windows gets all the angles. Got everything pulled off the frame. Get this all sanded and painted. Get that all ready to go. Also have the cab all stripped down. Windows are out, doors are off. Just gotta take the steering wheel out and the parking brake mount. But everything's all torn down and ready to rock and roll.